In a land where the sun kissed the mountains and rivers shimmered like jewels, the kingdom of Azenia thrived under the wise rule of King Tabo. The royal palace, nestled amidst rolling hills, stood as a beacon of hope and prosperity for all who gazed upon it. The people flourished, their lives filled with the warmth of unity and peace. Yet, beneath this surface of tranquility, the first whispers of unrest began to stir. One fateful night, a chilling prophecy was unveiled in the royal court by the kingdom's seer. The sky darkened, and the air grew thick as she spoke, her voice trembling with ancient wisdom. When the moon bleeds red, a new leader will arise from the ashes of betrayal. A hush fell over the room as those present struggled to comprehend the gravity of her words. At the heart of the kingdom was King Tabo's family, the trio of royal siblings, each as different as night and day. Princess Zanil, the eldest, was fierce, ambitious, and driven by a hunger for power. Prince Sabelo, the middle child, was wise and compassionate, a beacon of peace in a time of rising tension. The youngest, Prince Nkosi, was rebellious and fiery, never content with palace life. Each harbored their own dreams of ruling the kingdom, and with the prophecy looming, these dreams would soon clash in ways no one could have foreseen. Princess Zanil felt the weight of the prophecy pressing down upon her like a crown of thorns. From the moment she heard the seer's words, her ambition ignited like a wildfire. She began to weave a web of secret alliances, convincing herself that the prophecy was hers to fulfill. In her mind, the kingdom needed her strength, her control. Zanil believed that destiny had chosen her, and she would stop at nothing to secure the throne, even if it meant betraying those she loved most. Prince Sabelo, always the voice of reason, sensed the growing tension between his siblings. While Zanil pursued power, Sabelo saw only the potential for disaster. He knew that the strength of the kingdom lay not in one ruler, but in the unity of their family. He believed that only by standing together could they protect their kingdom from the dark forces the prophecy warned of. Prince Nkosi, on the other hand, was less concerned with the prophecy and more with his own sense of freedom. Feeling overshadowed by his elder siblings, he sought adventure beyond the palace walls. The call of the wild lands beyond Azenia beckoned to him, and Nkosi believed that the prophecy might lead him to his true destiny, far from the burdens of royal life. He rebelled against the confines of the palace, eager to carve his own path, even as the shadow of the prophecy loomed over his family. One evening, as the full moon began to glow with an eerie crimson light, a strange wind swept through the kingdom. The trees swayed and whispered secrets of betrayal and blood. The prophecy weighed heavily on the minds of the royal family, especially Zanil, Sabelo, and Nkosi. Each of them felt the change in the air, a silent harbinger of the turmoil that was fast approaching. Desperation took hold of Zanil as she realized that her time to claim the throne was running short. She made a bold and dangerous move, approaching a rival kingdom with an offer of alliance. In secret, under the cover of night, she forged a pact that would change everything. Zanil knew that this betrayal could tear her family apart, but to her, power was worth the sacrifice. She convinced herself that only she could lead the kingdom, and if betrayal was the cost, so be it. While walking through the palace one evening, Prince Sabelo stumbled upon something that would change his world forever. Hidden within his sister's chambers were letters, maps, then secret correspondences, evidence of Zanil's betrayal. His heart sank as he realized the full extent of her ambition and the danger it posed to their family and kingdom. Sabelo's worst fears had come true, the prophecy was unfolding before his eyes, and it was Zanil who had set it in motion. Nkosi, having returned to the palace after hearing rumors of betrayal, found himself caught in a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. His siblings' ambitions had escalated to dangerous levels, and now he was forced to choose a side. As tensions rose, the kingdom braced for the storm that was fast approaching. Zanil's forces gathered in secret, preparing for what seemed like an inevitable conflict. Soldiers trained in the palace courtyard, their faces hardened by the weight of loyalty and duty. Sabelo, on the other hand, worked tirelessly to prevent the impending war, trying to find a way to avert the disaster he knew was coming. Desperate to stop the coming bloodshed, Sabelo called for a family meeting in the grand hall of the palace. His voice echoed through the vast chamber as he implored his siblings to remember their bond and the legacy of their ancestors. "We are stronger together than apart," he said, his eyes filled with emotion. This kingdom was built on unity, not betrayal. But as he spoke, he saw the defiance in Zanil's gaze and the uncertainty in Nkosi's. His words hung in the air, but would they be enough to prevent the oncoming war? Zanil stood firm, her eyes blazing with determination. She had no intention of backing down, not even for Sabelo. "You speak of unity, brother," she said, her voice cold and unyielding, "but unity without strength is weakness." In her heart, Zanil believed that power was the only way to secure the kingdom's future. She was willing to challenge anyone, even her own family, to achieve her goal. Caught in the middle of the conflict between his siblings, Nkosi struggled with what to do. He had always avoided the palace's political battles, but now he was being pulled into a fight he could not escape. Seeking guidance, Nkosi decided to visit the kingdom's seer, hoping that her wisdom would give him the clarity he so desperately needed. The path ahead was uncertain, and Nkosi knew that whatever choice he made would forever alter the fate of their family and their kingdom. Nkosi arrived at the seer's dwelling, a place filled with ancient relics and the smell of burning herbs. The seer looked deep into his eyes, her gaze piercing his soul. "The prophecy is not about power or betrayal," she said softly, "it is about sacrifice. The true strength of a leader comes from love, unity, and the willingness to protect what is most precious." Her words struck Nkosi like a thunderbolt. He realized that the path to saving his family and the kingdom lay not in fighting, but in healing the wounds that had been created. As the blood-red moon reached its peak in the night sky, the royal siblings gathered in the palace courtyard for what would be their final confrontation. The air was thick with tension, and the wind seemed to howl with anticipation. Zanil stood ready for battle, her soldiers poised to strike. Sabelo, resolute in his desire for peace, tried one last time to reach his sister's heart. And Nkosi, armed with the seer's wisdom, prepared to play his part in the unfolding drama. The fate of the kingdom rested on this moment. In the midst of their heated argument, a startling revelation came to light. The prophecy had been misunderstood by them all. It was not a call for power, but a call for sacrifice and unity. As the siblings stood there, breathless from their confrontation, they realized that the true meaning of the prophecy was about saving the kingdom, not ruling it. With the truth of the prophecy revealed, the siblings made a decision that would reshape the future of the kingdom. No longer driven by selfish ambition, they chose to rule together, each bringing their unique strengths to the throne. Zanil's determination, Sabelo's wisdom, and Nkosi's adventurous spirit combined to create a leadership that honored their ancestors and ensured the kingdom's prosperity. Under their joint leadership, the kingdom of Azenia flourished once more. The people, once divided by fear and uncertainty, found strength in the united royal family. The prophecy, once a source of dread, became a story of hope and reconciliation. The siblings ruled with wisdom, compassion, and strength, forging a legacy that would be remembered for generations. The kingdom's future was brighter than ever, as the bonds of family and unity proved stronger than any force of betrayal or ambition. As the sun set on a peaceful kingdom, the siblings stood together, feeling the presence of their ancestors around them. The sky was painted with hues of gold and purple, a symbol of the harmony they had achieved. Their ancestors, who had watched over them through the trials and betrayals, now blessed them with their wisdom and guidance. United at last, Zanil, Sabelo, and Nkosi knew that they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, confident in their shared strength and the enduring legacy of their family. Thank you for watching. Comment, like and subscribe for more stories on our channel. Stay tuned for more adventures from the Kingdom of Azenia.